From Interior Alaska's most trusted news source, this is the Fbx Evening News.
Good evening, Fairbanks, and thanks for joining us. Our top story tonight, Governor Sean Parnell is scheduled to sign Senate Bill 21 on May 21st, and a battle is brewing over the measure.
That's right. The bill gives tax breaks to the oil industry in order to encourage production in the state. One group is trying to get a question on the ballot to kill the legislation. Now, ads are being run by the industry, urging people to keep the new law in place. The new radio ads are saying, quote, behind every barrel of oil, there are jobs. 50,000 Alaska jobs created by members of the Alaska Support Industry Alliance, end quote. Members of the Alliance, which is made up of companies and individuals who work with oil companies across the state, want the tax cuts to stay in place.
A North Pole man is facing assault and weapons charges following a shooting Sunday morning in South Fairbanks. 22-year-old Jeremy Ryan Brockman is accused of firing a pistol at a truck that had 2 people in it. State troopers responded to the call at about 5:30 a.m. The victim told troopers he had been mudding when Brockman started yelling at him for almost running Brockman over. Now, Brockman allegedly got a friend to drive after the victim and fired at the victim's truck.
When you hear about the Alaska National Guard, your first inclination is the Guard is involved in a disaster assistance like a fire or flood. But nothing could be further from the truth. Now, the State Commissioner for the Department of Military and Veterans Affairs, Major General Tom Katkus, addressed the weekly Chamber of Commerce today. He told the business leaders that the National Guard was just one of many components that operated under the Department of Military and Veterans Affairs. The department is responsible for the Alaska Air National Guard, which includes hundreds of aircraft for rescue missions and troop movements in different arenas. Also, the Alaska Army National Guard with a number of aircraft and helicopters for rapid deployment.
I want to explain that the National Guard is just part of the Department of Military and Veterans Affairs, which is a much larger organization. So I kind of wanted to portray where the Department of Military and Veterans Affairs falls in the governor's cabinet, and then all the different components of the Department of Military and Veterans Affairs. Since we're serious, when we say there's a job, you name it, we probably have an opportunity for you. The National Guard is it. We are not a one-trick pony. We have got a lot of opportunities for our young men and women to put their skills to use.
Tonight, we continue our series of coverage on safe recreating with the National Park Service. Life in our state can be very dangerous when disturbed in their natural habitat. When recreating, there are safety precautions you must take to remain safe, especially here in Alaska.
Make a lot of noise. Animals hear you and they want to get away from you. So that's one of the first things you can do is be noisy. Keep your head up, look where you're going, look ahead. If you see an animal, avoid it. If you see a carcass, don't approach it. If you see cubs, where's the mother? If you're getting ready to camp, what I suggest is pick a campsite, walk around, see if there's bear signs, see if the bears have been digging in the area, and if you see bear signs, better to move on. Don't camp where bears are feeding or looking for food. Carrying protection at all times is essential, but Senior Ranger Youngblood says there is something that is most recommended for self-defense. For traveling in bear country, the thing that I recommend is best for everyone is a bear spray. Anybody can use them. They're simple, they're safe, they won't kill you. People who aren't comfortable with guns find it easier to use. It's lighter. You tend to have it more available, attached to your belt or on a strap that comes across your chest right here, ready to be used. There are certain precautions to take if one is approached by a bear. Drop an item, throw it on the ground, move away from the bear at that point. Hopefully that item, the smell, will distract the bear and you'll have a chance to put more distance between you and the bear. In the event that the bear isn't distracted by that and makes an attack on you, the first thing you're going to do is want to protect the frontal area at your front here. You're going to get on the ground, you're going to protect your neck, you're going to spread your feet out, and you're going to try to keep the bear from rolling you over. And hopefully, if you've got a backpack on, the bear will not have access to you. If the bear rolls you over, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to pull your arms and your knees up to try to protect the stomach area. During or after a bear attack, it can be hard to decipher whether the bear is protecting something or really intends to kill a human. There's no food source the bear is protecting. There are no young that the bear is protecting, and the bear's had an opportunity to leave and has not elected to do so. It may follow you for 200 or 300 yards. That indicates that it is focused on you and it has all the opportunity it needs to leave and is not elected to do so.
All right, when we come back, a lot of road work is going to start happening this summer.
And due to conditions, last Saturday's cleanup day has been extended. Stay with us.
Welcome back to the Fbx Evening News. The last of the interior snow has melted just in time for the start of several road construction projects by the Alaska Department of Transportation. The highest profile project is the continuation of the Illinois Street reconstruction. The next phase, replacement of the bridge over Noyes Slough, has already started. Both northbound and southbound traffic will be closed beginning tomorrow. Other Fairbanks projects include work on the Richardson Highway, resurfacing of bike paths along Chena Pump Road, and a new road connection and sidewalks for the retail area behind Sam's Club. Public Information Officer Meadow Bailey says many of the projects are badly needed and reminds all drivers and pedestrians to be cautious when traveling through these areas.
Remind people to always watch through construction zones. Usually the speed limits are a lot lower, and so make sure you see what the posted speed limits are as you're driving through. We ask people to make sure you're not on your cell phone or don't have distractions in the car while you're driving. These are people's offices essentially, this construction zone. There's people working through there, and if you have a big piece of equipment or around you, it's a really dangerous situation. So we ask people to really be careful and to watch out as they're going through the construction zones.
After already being moved back a week once, cleanup day is still going on. Due to the delay in melting snow, the decision was made to delay cleanup day until last Saturday, and the decision has now been made to extend it through this Saturday. Those wishing to help out can sign up for an area and pick up their yellow trash bags at various locations around town. Once done filling the trash bags, simply leave them on the side of the road for collection, which will take place this Saturday.
Still plenty of time to do this. If you haven't been able to get out on the road to do it and help, or in your neighborhood, please do it. Put the yellow bags outside and there'll be people around. Or if you feel like they're not going to be picked up, or if for some reason you're not sure whether somebody's going to come through and pick it up, go ahead and take it to the landfill. Not the dump sites or transfer sites, but the landfill itself.
The second class of interns from the Project Search partnership between Fairbanks Memorial Hospital, Denali Center, FRA, and the Fairbanks North Scarborough School District recently celebrated completion of the program. More now on how the local health industry is helping students find success in this week's Health Report. Project Search is a nationwide program that helps secondary school students gain job and life skills as they transition from the classroom to the adult world. In Fairbanks, the program is now firmly entrenched at Fairbanks Memorial Hospital and the Denali Center.
We've been able to expand it to many of our clinical departments, our cardiology clinic, one of our nursing units, medical records, places where the skill level is even more technical, and so really exposing students to a variety of skills that they really couldn't get anywhere else but in a hospital setting.
This year, 6 interns fully immersed themselves into the school year-long program and learned what it takes to find a job and, more importantly, the skills necessary to keep the job. One intern has already acquired a job on the Hill.
Oh yeah, it helped me a lot. People helping finding jobs and stuff, and meeting other people. Yeah, it was lots of fun and stuff.
Interns rotated through various departments throughout the year, some more challenging than others.
Well, for plant operations, I want to make sure the garden is nice and clean. During winter time, I have to shovel some snow and to pick up litter. There's a lot of litter everywhere.
They become part of the community, they become part of the family here at the hospital. People know them in the cafeteria, along with the job coaches and the teacher. They're employees of the hospital, and that's the way they're seen and that's the way they're treated.
Plans are already underway for the next wave of Project Search interns, the class of 2014.
The Health Report is brought to you by the Ear, Nose, and Throat Clinic, located in the Medical Dental Arts Building. Call 456-7768.
Well, congratulations to them. That's very
absolutely.
good.
That is good. And a quick shout out, we met Joe Cook's mom today.
We did.
She toured the studios.
Mrs. Cook.
Yeah, she was great, wonderful. And, you know, much praise to Joe himself. He has action from last night's soccer and baseball contests, as well as the new look for this year's Midnight Sun Run. He has that and more in sports. Stick around.
Hello, Interior Alaska. Joe Cook here in the Sports Seat for you this evening. Hope you're having a good day. And now to make it a little bit better, let's talk some sports. Well, how about those Hawks? No, not the basketball team. The Hutchinson Hawks girls soccer team. They're undefeated so far, but last night they ran into the Lathrop Malamutes. The first half of this game went scoreless. Both teams were engaged defensively, stopping rushes, stepping in and denying passes, and had some goalies doing work. But eventually, someone's defense would bend and another's would break. Ellie Veazey broke Lathrop's defense with a goal to undo the stalemate. The Malamutes would try to answer with a wonder of a shot, but it bounces off the post, and that's how the ball bounced for Lathrop in this game. With just 2 minutes left in the game, Veazey's second goal of the game ensured the victory for Hutch. 2-0 Hawks, who improved to 3-0. Veazey talks about the win and Hutchinson's great start to the short season.
We had to score, and we've been trying to score like the whole first half, but they just weren't going in. We had a lot of opportunities, and I just happened to be the one that finished them. West Valley has always been like the team to beat, and so beating them gave us like major confidence that we knew that if we could beat West Valley, we could go on to beat other teams that we usually wouldn't have been able to in the past. Like, this is the first time that Hutch has ever done really well in the, ever. So we just kind of want to, since it's a short season, we just kind of want to come out and give it our all.
Unfortunately, the Hawks' early season success hasn't necessarily rubbed off on the boys' team, at least not yet. Connor Matheny led the Lathrop offense with a hat trick, but he couldn't do it without Justin Boynton, who dished out 3 assists. Constantine Baltiz added 2 goals and an assist as well. The Lathrop Malamutes won 7-0, and they are 2-2 in conference and 4-4 overall. Lathrop's next game for both girls and boys teams is Wednesday against the Allison Ravens, and Hutchinson will face North Pole this evening. And baseball season continues as interior teams were on the diamond last night at right field in North Pole. The North Pole Patriots took on the Allison Ravens. Micaiah Stansel was on the mound for the Malamute. Stansel displayed some stuff with some off-speed pitches and fastballs to get the Ravens swinging. This K ended the second inning. Ryan Perdue, he gets an RBI single, bringing in runners to increase the lead. Allison did get on base and would get their first run off an errant pitch and catch, but Stansel would end the inning with another K. Terrell Ford added some power for Lathrop with a double, and it was 10-1 at the top of the third, and that was the thing for Lathrop, scoring. They win 29-1 over Allison. Some other scores from last night. Tyler Christmas' first start of the season was a complete game with 11 Ks for West Valley as they win 6-1 over Monroe. John Lavelle and Trent Shue provided the offense with a double, triple, and 3 RBIs between them. The Wolfpack are 3-0 this season in softball over at South Davis Field last night. The Wolfpack were coming off a 3-4 road trip and couldn't make enough plays to keep up with Lathrop. The Malamutes remain undefeated with the 9-1 win. In some turmoil out of the Alaska Anchorage hockey program, today the AP reported that former head coach Dave Shayak has been accused of hitting a former player, Nick Haddad, during a practice in 2011 season. Haddad is a West Valley product and former Ice Dogs player from the interior. Teammate Mickey Spencer wrote a letter to UA's president, Patrick Gamble, about the incident, saying that Shayak did a baseball swing at Haddad's thigh after being upset with Haddad during a drill in practice. 2 other teammates confirmed the incident as well. Shaq denies the incident occurred and denied to comment yesterday. Now for more positive sports news, the Midnight Sun runs under new management this year. The United Way withdrew, and the Fairbanks Resource Agency has picked up to take over the race. The 31st Midnight Sun Run 10K will be the 22nd of June at 10 p.m. Registration begins on May 18th, and you can register online on the sites on your screen or at Beaver Sports, Team Cutters, or the FRA. You can also email them as well. Today we caught up with the race director and the community outreach director of the FRA about this year's big race.
And this year we're also going to offer the awards ceremony. They've never done it before in the past. Because it's so late, people want to go home and go to bed. We'll be doing an awards ceremony, and then at 12 o'clock we're going to do the costume contest awards. And so we hope people will stay around at least till midnight, if not 1 o'clock.
What I said about the race being inclusive for anybody, it matches what our philosophy of anybody can join in. You can be in a wheelchair, you could walk, you could run, and that just, it reflects our mission so well.
And that'll do it for sports tonight. Thanks for rocking with me for a little while. Stay cool, Alaska. Mike Schultz has your full weather forecast coming up next. We'll catch you next time.
Hello everyone, welcome back into the Fairbanks Evening News. Mike Schultz with you once again for a look at weather. Not a bad day today, not as cold as it was yesterday, that's for sure. The winds weren't blowing, but still things are getting better. We're looking at temperatures to warm up. Our photograph tonight, this one's sent in by Diana Pierce, and we say, is this the missing lynx? Little play on words there. There's the lynx though, beautiful, the creatures here, get a chance to see them. Again, thanks to Diana, and if you have a photograph to send, by all means send it to me at Mike Schultz at KTVF11.com. Out at the airport right now, that's our high for the day. We finally broke the 40-degree mark. That's kind of worth celebrating. The record high, 80 degrees in 1915, 21 in 1913. Sunrise this morning and sunset this evening works out to about 18 hours and 37 minutes of daylight, a gain of 7 minutes from yesterday. Here's our satellite picture. Again, you can see a lot of moisture over the eastern side of the state. They're getting pounded. A lot of snow, almost 14 inches of snow on some of the eastern sides, maybe the higher elevations, but boy, it's still a lot of snow. But we're just, for the most part, clear skies, good weather. What's going on across the rest of the state? Well, you can see here, not a whole lot. Still some rain falling over southeast Alaska, cloudy skies around Ketchikan. The same for Anchorage, then partly cloudy around Kodiak. Little light snow being reported in the Nome area, and cloudy skies at Barrow with not a bad day in Fort Yukon, 37 degrees. Lower 48 weather tonight, the word is hot temperatures, 98 degrees, Minneapolis, Chicago 91, St. Louis 93, storms around the Dallas-Fort Worth area. They show up pretty good on the satellite and radar. Watch them explode in the afternoon hours. You can see them really rumbling across, also across parts of Denver and around the Chicago area too with the clashing of those hot temperatures. A little later on this week, more storms expected over the eastern half of the country, warm to hot weather across the desert southwest, and more showers over the Pacific Northwest. All right, tomorrow's forecast for the northern sections, cloudy skies at Barrow, snow showers in Nome, and partly cloudy skies for Fort Yukon. Here in the interior, not too bad. Scattered clouds for Fairbanks and Healy, and temperatures once again warming up to 47 degrees here in the Fairbanks area. Over southeast Alaska, widespread rain shower activity expected for Juneau and Ketchikan. And over to the southwest, we're looking at a little mix of weather, rainy at Cold Bay, partly cloudy in Bethel, and cloudy skies at Kodiak Island. And over the south central regions, not too bad except for Valdez, little clouds there, but otherwise partly cloudy at Anchorage and sunny skies in Homer. Okay, time once again for our kids' weather. All this week we're talking with the kids from Joy Elementary School, and tonight we have a young man sharing a picture with us.
Hi, I'm Kyle in Miss Millington's 4th grade class in Joy Elementary, and I'd like to show my picture. It's me right there sleeping, driving to Las Vegas, and it hailed there, and snowed, and rained. And that's my dad driving us there.
And tomorrow night, 3 kids will be here with a weather question from me. Okay, quickly looking at our pollen count. Once again, mold is the only one registering right now. They'll probably start moving, I'm sure, later on. But thanks to Tanana Valley Clinic each day for helping us with our pollen count. Latest update from the Nenana Ice Classic is there is still ice from bank to bank, no open water on the Tanana River. Some rotting is underway, but no major changes expected for 5 to 7 days with cool temperatures keeping things from moving along. So if you have a May 20th date, you may be in pretty good shape. Here's your forecast for tonight. 22 degrees, mostly clear skies. A record low is possible. Yeah, it looks like a pretty good chance of it, as our record low is 21. The forecast for tomorrow, 47 degrees, mostly sunny and a lot warmer. In the extended forecast, you gotta love this, as the temperature is warming back up again after cooling over the weekend, warming back up again by Monday, and the long range is calling for definitely warmer temperatures. Could be seeing 60s next week, but we'll work on just this week trying to get past the 40-degree mark, which we've already done, and it'll continue to warm up, and then some showers are possible over the weekend too, but other than that, not too bad.
Looking fairly fair, I would say.
Fairly fair.
Okay, we weathered through another one.
Yes.
KTVF and Bailey's Furniture are teaming up for a Spring Dream giveaway where you can win a furniture package from Bailey's worth $2,500.
Tune into the Fairbanks Evening News and News Center final each night for the first half of a mystery word.
Ooh, mystery word entertainment. Then visit Bailey's Furniture for the second half and complete your entry for your chance to win.
We'll announce the lucky winner during the Fairbanks Evening News on Friday, May 24th. And that will wrap up this edition of the Fairbanks Evening News. As always, we are glad you could join us.
Before we go, KTVF is offering a summer opportunity for kids ages 12 to 17 who want to learn about broadcast television and commercial production.
There'll be 5 days of intensive training during which students will produce news stories and commercials, which will air on Channel 11. You can call 458-1801 for more information.
Sounds like a great opportunity.
Great opportunity.
Definitely.
All right. From all of us here at the News Center, we hope you have a great evening.
Good night.